Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 19th of January. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us. If you've been following the Discord, we haven't been winning much money. But yeah, and I know there's no video yet. I still haven't figured out how to do that from the iPad, but I got the audio working, so here we are. You get to hear some audio from me today with a little bit of the video of me clicking around on the screen. Yesterday, people aren't adjusting to Okongwu playing 28 minutes, so as long as they're going to keep giving you alts like this, you should hammer them. He smashed it again. It was 7.5x for 30 plus. We had some people tailing. I didn't know I could use Fliff. So I'm going to now probably see if I can do a Fliff sponsorship of some sort, because that's the best way for me to do this. But yeah, so we've got a couple of takes that we'll get to in a second. When we get to the rest of the show, for now, we will go to the show, which is over here. And say, yes, thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers over the past few months. Yeah, it's been an interesting one, but things are going, as well as can be expected. 3 to 6 months of chemo, and then hopefully everything will be fine. Okay, so, but on to today, which I think I have up. Yeah, good. Okay, so I have a take. That's what's brought me to my computer here. I'm about to go play golf. I'm not really, it's not like I got a bunch of time. But I do have a take for you, and I don't really understand what's going on here. I looked it up, and it seems like Dawson Knox he was the tight end one last week, and there's absolutely no discussion of it. So I looked it up a couple different places, and I couldn't find anybody discussing why Dawson Knox was the tight end one last week. I know Kincaid's coming back from an injury, but I didn't double check this. Who's, if I go to the official, whatever, Bills, this is stupid. I know this isn't important, but if I go to Bills roster, who is the tight end one? Is it controversial to say that Dawson Knox is the tight end one? Okay, it's controversial. Their official roster says the other guy is the tight end one. I just couldn't figure out why anybody would project this, because it doesn't make sense. I'm going to go all the way to the official website just to make sure ESPN did not make a mistake or something here. Because also, yeah, the official website doesn't, depth chart. I was like, the roster's not going to have the actual, depth chart. Tight end, Kincaid, Knox, and then Quentin Morris. I do think it's funny how first, second, and third are thirds way far away from first and second. So, but okay. So why I say that doesn't seem right to me is when I went to snap counts. So Bills snap counts for this week or for last week. He wasn't out there. The tight end one was functionally the other guy. So Kincaid, not the tight end one. Last week at least. You go back earlier in the season, maybe he was. Let's look at it. Yeah, started off 84%. We had an 80% week here. We have a 73% week. We have a 79% week. There are some weeks where he's the tight end one. But after coming back from injury, 73% Knox, 56% Knox, 50% Knox, 61% Knox. I don't know, guys. I think we got a tight end one here, and I don't think it's Dalton Kincaid. I don't think he's looking good coming back from injury. I think he's looking weak out there. And so that's my play for the day, and why I have come here for after a month, I think, of not making videos like this. Because I don't see what I don't see. Can somebody please comment on the video if you see what I don't see? Why are 25% of people playing Dawson Knox? Dalton Kincaid. Why not play Dawson Knox instead at a discounted ownership? Besides that, not too many takes. You need to remember days like this. You need to go to the weather page too, because there is weather to be considered. However, the context in which you consider the weather needs to be relative to other people's expectations. So everybody we know is going to come to this website because everybody knows this guy's really good at the weather reports for sports. However, this guy's a little bit scaremongering here. Orange, yellow, orange. Neither one of these games has wind. That's what affects scoring, is wind. So if people are going to think these games have some amount of wind and stuff, I'm not going to play for that. So, because when I went to Philadelphia, when I go to Philadelphia and I look up the weather report, it doesn't look that windy, particularly at game time. So Philadelphia weather. It looks snowy. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look like the wind when I went here. Game time, local time, is like 3 o'clock. So, like, look at this wind. 3 p.m., 8. Now, yes, by the end of the game, it might kick up to 15 or 13 or something. But that's not the beginning of the game. I mean, 7 o'clock, what is that? 4 o'clock my time, game will be over by then. So by the time it gets to the windy part of the day, they might not be playing sports anymore. So anyway, if people are going to go heavy to the under here, and I already think it's kind of favoring that, I'm going to stay with the over, and I'm going to stay with a lot of receivers from these games. So that's most of my angle here. I've only done the Sunday slate, but the same applies to any swaps you might have left over from the main slate. I will be jamming these guys because I don't understand why Dawson Knox is 11% owned as the tight end one at $2,700. That just seemed like that would be more owned. I think I did the same thing on FanDuel. Let me pop over there. I've been really enjoying their contest recently, so I'll give them just a second as well. And I do have all my standard rules up because you have... Actually, wait, on this slate, do we have anything? I guess we have the running backs for Baltimore. So the running backs for Baltimore, you'll see I have a higher than average Justice Hill. But then I have a rule to make it just one of Justice Hill and the better guy. the running back who I'm seeing, I don't have any of here. It's probably a possible oversight. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm seeing 0 Derrick Henry when I look at my build for today on FanDuel. I don't know. I don't know if I love that. I get the game script considerations, but yeah, I'm going to have to... I haven't carefully looked at what my exposures are here on FanDuel. Let me have a look. So I boosted Cooper Kupp. Shakir, that's the later game. Yeah, so that's the one with less weather concerns. But bunch of people from the later game, and then Kyron Williams, who will get there either way in the weather. I like that. So from the first game, let's isolate the first game. This is where we have maybe more significant weather concerns. Plus, I thought I had my weird tight ends. All right, I'm not playing almost anybody from the first game who won't get there, so that's good. Dawson Knox, that's who I'm getting, yeah. So I still have my weird tight end play. Dawson Knox, 10x, Mandrews. Okay, so pretty simple slate. Yeah, I didn't... No notes on FanDuel, not going to change it. And, yeah, you just play a bunch of the guys who are going to score points. Easy, right, guys? That's why we've all been winning every single slate. All right, so I think I'll leave it there for now. I'm not going to do the NBA today because it's a Sunday and nobody ever does that. But remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.